For many adults over the age of 60, walking becomes the most recommended form of exercise. It does not require special equipment, it is gentle on the joints, and according to numerous health studies, regular walking supports heart health, circulation, brain function, and blood sugar balance. Because of these benefits, doctors often encourage older adults to make walking a daily habit. But there is an important detail many people overlook. The body is already sending signals, and sometimes those signals appear during everyday walks. Some people notice knee discomfort, unusual fatigue, or stiffness in the lower back after walking. Others walk regularly, but do not see the improvements in energy or mobility they expected. According to clinical observations, the issue is often not the walking itself, but how the walking is done. Walking is a natural movement, but after the age of 60, the body changes in subtle ways. Muscle mass gradually declines, joint cartilage becomes thinner, and balance mechanisms become slightly less responsive than they were in younger years. Because of this, small mistakes in walking technique can place extra strain on joints, reduce the cardiovascular benefits, or even increase fatigue. Experts in sports medicine and geriatric health often emphasize that walking remains one of the safest exercises for seniors. However, they also note that the quality of movement matters just as much as the activity itself. In today's discussion, we will examine 7 common walking mistakes people make after 60, many of which happen without anyone realizing it. More importantly, we will also look at simple adjustments that can make walking safer, more comfortable, and far more beneficial for long-term health. Before we examine the common walking mistakes, it is important to understand why walking becomes even more valuable as we grow older. After the age of 60, the body gradually begins to change. According to studies in geriatric medicine, muscle mass slowly decreases, joints may become stiffer, and metabolism tends to slow down. Blood circulation may also become less efficient compared with earlier decades. These changes are considered a natural part of aging. However, physical activity can significantly slow many of these processes. Walking is particularly beneficial because it activates several important systems in the body at the same time. When you walk regularly, the heart pumps blood more efficiently, helping deliver oxygen to muscles and organs. Your joints move through their natural range of motion, which helps maintain flexibility. At the same time, walking stimulates the brain by increasing blood flow and oxygen delivery. According to clinical reports, adults who walk consistently tend to show lower risks of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cognitive decline conditions. However, experts emphasize an important point. Walking provides the greatest benefits when it is done correctly and consistently. When technique or habits are slightly off, the benefits can be reduced and unnecessary strain may occur. This is why many health professionals encourage older adults not only to walk regularly, but also to pay attention to how they walk. Now let us look at the first mistake that doctors frequently observe. One of the most common walking mistakes doctors observe in adults over 60 is starting the walk too quickly. Many people step outside and immediately begin walking at a brisk pace. It may feel efficient, especially when someone wants to finish exercise quickly. However, according to sports medicine experts, the body needs a short transition period before moving into faster activity. When walking begins too suddenly, the muscles are still stiff from inactivity. The joints have not yet produced enough synovial fluid, which normally acts as a lubricant for smooth movement. At the same time, the heart rate rises quickly, sometimes faster than the body comfortably adapts to. For younger individuals, This sudden change may not cause noticeable problems. But after age 60, the body usually responds better to gradual changes in activity level. Clinical reports suggest that skipping a proper warm-up may increase the likelihood of minor muscle strain, joint discomfort, or early fatigue during the walk. Over time, this habit can also reduce the overall enjoyment of exercise, making it harder to maintain a regular routine. Experts recommend a simple adjustment. Begin your walk slowly for the first 3 to 5 minutes. Allow your body to warm up naturally. During this time, muscles begin receiving more oxygen, joints loosen slightly, and circulation gradually increases. After this short preparation period, you can slowly increase your pace. This gentle transition helps protect the joints, supports the cardiovascular system, and makes the rest of the walk feel smoother and more comfortable. In the next section, we will look at another very common walking mistake that affects many older adults without them realizing it: poor walking posture. Another mistake that health professionals frequently observe is poor posture during walking. Many people walk with their shoulders rounded forward, their head leaning down, or their eyes focused on the ground several steps ahead. At first glance, this posture may seem harmless. However, according to orthopedic and physical therapy research, posture has a significant effect on how efficiently the body moves. The human head weighs several kilograms. When it is properly aligned above the shoulders, the spine supports this weight naturally. But when the head moves forward even slightly, the muscles in the neck and upper back must work harder to hold it in place. Over time, this added strain may contribute to neck tension, shoulder discomfort, and fatigue. Posture also affects breathing. When the shoulders collapse forward, the chest becomes compressed. According to respiratory studies, this position limits how fully the lungs can expand. Reduced lung expansion means less oxygen intake during physical activity. For walking, oxygen delivery is important. Muscles require oxygen to produce energy efficiently. When breathing becomes shallow due to posture, people may feel tired sooner during their walk. Fortunately, correcting posture is simple. Experts often suggest imagining that a gentle string is lifting the top of your head upward. Keep your shoulders relaxed and slightly back. Allow your arms to move naturally at your sides and look forward rather than down. This alignment allows the lungs to expand more easily and helps your body move in a smoother, more balanced rhythm. In the next section, we will discuss a detail many people overlook, but that can strongly influence walking comfort after 60: the shoes you wear. The third walking mistake often seems small, yet it can have a surprisingly large impact on comfort and joint health: wearing the wrong shoes. Many adults continue using shoes that are several years old, or choose footwear mainly based on appearance. However, according to podiatry and orthopedic studies, the condition and design of walking shoes play an important role in how the body absorbs impact. Every step you take while walking sends a small amount of force through the feet, ankles, knees, hips, and lower back. In younger years, joints and cartilage can usually tolerate this stress quite well. But after the age of 60, the cushioning within joints naturally becomes thinner, and shock absorption becomes more important. When shoes lose their support or cushioning, the body must absorb more of that impact. Over time, this may contribute to discomfort in the knees, hips, or lower back. Experts often recommend paying attention to 3 key features in a good walking shoe. First, adequate cushioning helps reduce the impact each time your foot touches the ground. Second, proper arch support helps keep the foot aligned, which can influence how the knees and hips move. Third, a flexible but stable sole allows the foot to move naturally during each step. According to clinical recommendations, walking shoes should often be replaced after several months of regular use, depending on walking distance and surface conditions. Choosing supportive footwear does not mean choosing the most expensive pair. It simply means selecting shoes that support natural movement and provide comfort throughout the walk. In the next section, we will examine another common habit that reduces the health benefits of walking too infrequently during the week. Another common habit that reduces the benefits of walking is walking too infrequently. Some people believe that taking one long walk during the weekend is enough to maintain good health. While any physical activity is beneficial, according to studies in preventive medicine, the human body responds best to consistent and repeated movement. When physical activity happens only occasionally, the muscles, cardiovascular system, and metabolism do not receive a strong signal to adapt. As a result, the long-term benefits become smaller. After the age of 60, consistency becomes even more important. Muscle strength naturally declines with age, and circulation can become less efficient if the body remains inactive for long periods. Regular walking helps counter these changes by encouraging the body to stay active on a daily basis. According to clinical reports, walking for 20 to 30 minutes most days of the week can support heart health, maintain mobility, and help regulate blood sugar levels. This does not mean every walk must be long or intense. Even shorter walks can be beneficial when they occur regularly. For example, 2 shorter walks in one day can provide similar benefits to a single longer session. The key message experts emphasize is simple: the body adapts to habits that are repeated consistently. Making walking part of a daily routine, such as after breakfast or in the early evening, can make it easier to maintain over time. In the next section, we will look at another surprisingly common walking habit that many people overlook: not using the arms while walking. Another walking habit that often goes unnoticed is not using the arms while walking. Many people walk with their arms hanging almost motionless at their sides. While this may feel natural, according to movement science research, arm motion actually plays an important role in efficient walking. When we walk, the body naturally creates a rhythm between the legs and the arms. As one leg moves forward, the opposite arm swings forward as well. This pattern helps balance the body and maintain a stable center of gravity. If the arms remain completely still, the lower body must compensate for the missing balance movement. Over time, this may slightly increase the workload on the hips and lower back. In some individuals, it may also make walking feel less smooth or more tiring. Arm movement also helps activate additional muscles in the upper body. According to exercise physiology studies, engaging more muscles during walking improves circulation and slightly increases energy expenditure. While the difference may seem small, it contributes to the overall effectiveness of the exercise. The adjustment is simple. Instead of forcing exaggerated movements, allow your arms to swing naturally and comfortably with each step. Keeping the elbows slightly bent often helps the arms move more easily with the rhythm of your walk. This natural arm swing improves balance, supports coordination, and helps the body maintain a steady walking pace. In the next section, we will discuss a modern walking habit that has become increasingly common and may affect both posture and safety: walking while looking at your phone. In recent years, doctors have noticed a new walking habit that was rare in previous generations: walking while constantly looking at a phone. At first glance, this may seem harmless. Many people check messages, read the news, or scroll through social media while walking. However, according to clinical observations and balance research, this habit can affect both posture and walking safety. When a person looks down at a phone, the head tilts forward and the shoulders tend to round. As we discussed earlier, this position places additional strain on the neck and upper back. Over time, repeated forward head posture may contribute to muscle tension and discomfort. There is also another concern: reduced awareness of the surroundings. Walking requires subtle balance adjustments with every step. The brain constantly processes information about the ground surface, obstacles, and body movement. When attention is focused on a phone screen, the brain receives less visual information about the environment. According to safety reports, distraction during walking may increase the risk of small accidents such as tripping, losing balance, or stepping unevenly. For older adults, maintaining balance and awareness during movement becomes especially important. Experts often recommend treating walking as a time to reconnect with the environment. Instead of looking down at a screen, try looking ahead, noticing the surroundings, and paying attention to your breathing and movement. Many people also find that walking without distractions improves mental relaxation and helps reduce daily stress. In the next section, we will discuss the final mistake that many regular walkers overlook: ignoring recovery after walking. The final mistake many regular walkers overlook is ignoring recovery after the walk is finished. Because walking is considered a gentle form of exercise, many people assume the body does not need any special care afterward. However, according to sports medicine and aging research, even low-impact activities place small amounts of stress on muscles, joints, and connective tissues. After the age of 60, the body generally requires slightly more time to recover from physical activity than it did in younger years. This does not mean walking is harmful. On the contrary, walking remains one of the safest and most recommended forms of exercise. But supporting the body after movement helps maintain comfort and long-term mobility. One important factor is hydration. Muscles rely on adequate fluid levels to function and repair themselves. Even mild dehydration can contribute to fatigue and muscle tightness after activity. Another helpful habit is gentle stretching after finishing a walk. According to clinical reports, light stretching can help maintain flexibility in the calves, hips, and lower back, areas that are frequently used during walking. Rest also plays a role. While daily walking is beneficial, allowing occasional lighter days gives the body time to adapt and strengthen. Experts often remind patients that walking should be viewed as part of a complete health routine, not a single isolated activity. Movement, hydration, stretching, and proper rest all work together to support healthy aging. In the next section, we will look at a short real-life example and hear how doctors often explain these walking habits to their patients. To better understand how these walking habits affect health, let's consider a situation that doctors commonly describe in clinical practice. Mr. Daniel, a 67-year-old retired teacher, began walking every morning after his doctor recommended more physical activity. At first, he believed he was doing everything correctly. He walked quickly for about 30 minutes each day and felt proud of maintaining the routine. However, after several weeks, he began noticing stiffness in his knees and occasional neck discomfort. During a routine checkup, his physician asked a few simple questions. How do you begin your walk? What kind of shoes do you wear? Do you look at your phone while walking? As it turned out, Mr. Daniel often started his walk at full speed, wore older shoes that had lost their support, and frequently checked his phone messages during the walk. According to his doctor, these habits were likely placing unnecessary stress on his joints and posture. After making a few small changes, starting with a slower warm-up, choosing supportive walking shoes, and keeping his phone in his pocket, Mr. Daniel noticed that his walks felt much more comfortable. In the opinion of many physicians, this example illustrates an important point. Walking itself is highly beneficial, but small adjustments in technique can make a noticeable difference in comfort and long-term health. In the next section, we will look at practical strategies that experts recommend to make walking safer and more effective after 60. After understanding the common walking mistakes, the next step is learning how to build a healthier walking routine. According to experts in preventive medicine, small daily adjustments can significantly improve the benefits of walking. One helpful strategy is to create a gentle morning routine before beginning your walk. For example, taking 1 or 2 minutes to move your ankles, knees, and shoulders can prepare the joints for activity. This simple preparation allows the body to transition smoothly from rest to movement. Another important point is maintaining a comfortable walking rhythm. Instead of focusing on speed, try to maintain a pace where breathing feels steady. According to clinical recommendations, a moderate pace where you can still speak comfortably while walking is often ideal for cardiovascular health. Nutrition also plays a role in supporting physical activity. Experts often suggest maintaining balanced meals that include protein, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods help support muscle function and stable energy levels during daily activities. There are also a few health indicators worth monitoring. Blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and body weight can all respond positively to regular walking. According to studies, consistent walking habits are associated with improved cardiovascular markers over time. However, if someone experiences persistent pain or unusual discomfort during walking, experts recommend consulting a healthcare professional to evaluate the situation. Walking is not about competition or distance records. Instead, it is about building a sustainable routine that supports mobility, circulation, and overall well-being as we age. In the final section, we will conclude with a simple message about how daily habits like walking can influence long-term health, and how sharing these habits with family can make them even more meaningful. Walking may appear to be one of the simplest forms of exercise. It requires no complicated equipment, no special training, and it can be done almost anywhere. Yet according to many health experts, this simple activity remains one of the most powerful habits for supporting healthy aging. Regular walking helps the heart pump more efficiently, keeps joints moving, and encourages better blood circulation throughout the body. It also supports brain health by increasing oxygen delivery and stimulating mental clarity. However, as we discussed today, the benefits of walking depend not only on how often we walk, but also how we walk. Small details such as warming up, maintaining good posture, wearing supportive shoes, and walking consistently can make a meaningful difference over time. For many adults over 60, walking becomes more than just exercise. It becomes a daily opportunity to maintain independence, improve energy levels, and support long-term mobility. Some families even turn walking into a shared routine. Walking with a partner, a friend, or a family member can make the habit more enjoyable and easier to maintain. In the opinion of many doctors, social support often plays an important role in maintaining healthy habits. If you found today's video helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. A simple piece of information might encourage someone else to take a walk and support their health. And if you would like to continue learning about practical, science-based health habits for later life. Make sure to follow the channel for more discussions like this. Your long-term health is often built from small choices repeated every day.